Students, today we learn ICSE Board Natural Habitat Classic Geography Lesson 1 Maps, Sketches and Plans. In this lesson, first we will learn about globe and map. Globe is a model of Earth. It is useful for studying Earth in its spherical shape, but it has some limitations. First is its small area, and the other is it is not easy to carry. To overcome these limitations, maps are made. A map is a flat surface drawing. It is good for showing detailed features like continent, countries, cities, local areas, and streets. They are easy to carry by rolling or by downloading onto smartphones as digital maps. Its definition is a map is a drawing on a flat surface that uses specific signs and symbols to represent the earth either as a whole or in part at a specific scale. Now we will see importance of map in seven different ways. First, in urban planning and development, town planners use maps to design cities. For example, in Copenhagen, Denmark, detailed maps are utilized to develop an extensive bicycle network, making the city one of the most bicycle friendly in the world. Second is for navigation and transportation. Maps are essential for various modes of transport, including maritime, air, road, and pedestrian navigation. For example, modern applications that use maps help us to find the best routes and provide real time traffic updates, making daily navigation easier. Third, in military and strategic operations, soldiers use maps to plan their movements and missions. Example, during the Kargil War in 1999, Indian soldiers used maps of mountains to find the safest paths and important locations. 4. In resource exploration and management, specialized maps are used to locate and manage natural resources such as water, oil, and minerals. For example, in Rajasthan of India, scientists use maps to locate underground water sources, helping to manage this crucial resource. Fifth, in disaster management and risk management, maps help to plan for emergencies and identify safe routes during disasters. For example, after the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan, new maps were created to improve evacuation plans and protect coastal areas. 6. In public health, maps are used to track and manage health concerns. For example, during the COVID 19 pandemic, maps help health officials in India to identify where the virus was spreading and where to set up testing and a vaccination center. 7. In business planning, when companies plan to open new stores, they use maps to help to make decisions. For example, maps show where potential customers are located and where other stores are already set up. This information helps business choose the best places to attract more customers. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video for upcoming updates. Elements of map. Elements of map aid in interpretation and using of map. Elements of map are title, direction, grid, scale, symbols, colors, and legend. First element, title. It is one of the most important elements. It tells what a map represents, such as it tells us which specific area or a specific country or topic it represents. It is usually placed at the top of the map. For example, if the title of the map is India Political, it will show the locations and boundaries of states and their capitals in India. And if title is India Physical, It will tell us information about the mountain ranges, hills, and rivers in India. Second element, direction. Directions are essential for map reading and navigation, which helps us to understand where things are located and how to get from one place to another. In addition to the cardinal directions such as north, south, east, west, there are other four intermediate directions such as northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Maps indicate direction using symbol called the compass rose. The compass rose usually features a north arrow indicating the direction of north on the map. Third element, grid. To locate a place on a map, we need fixed reference point, which we get by intersecting two imaginary lines, latitude, horizontal lines running east to west, and longitudes, vertical lines running north to south. When lines of latitude and longitude intersect, they form a global grid system, with each intersection representing a unique location on Earth. For example, Australia is located approximately between 10 degrees south and 44 degrees south latitude and 113 degrees east and 154 degrees east longitude, helping in identifying its position. Fourth element, scale. Any location is usually too large to fit on a map as it is. Therefore, it is reduced in size to fit on the map using a scale. The scale helps us to understand how much the real area has been shrunk to fit on paper. Thus, a scale is the ratio between the distance on the map and the actual distance on the ground. Example, the scale on map is 1 centimeter equal to 500 meter. This means every 1 centimeter on the map represents 500 meters on real ground. Thus, if two places are 5 centimeter apart on the map, then on ground the actual distance between them is 5 multiplied by 500 equal to 2500 meters or 2.5 kilometers. Based on scales, there are two types of maps. First, large scale maps. These maps show small area in great detail on map. Example is map having scale 1 centimeter equal to 50 meters. For example, map of a neighborhood will clearly display buildings, roads, and parks because these maps focus on a small area. Second, small scale maps. These maps cover a large area with less detail. Example, country map with scale 1 centimeter equal to 50 kilometers. These maps show features like cities, rivers, and mountains, but do not include smaller details such as streets. They provide a broader view of a larger region. Fifth element, symbols and colors. Using specific letters, symbols, and colors, certain natural and human made features of the earth are shown. These are known as conventional symbols. They act like a universal language in the world of maps. Conventional symbols and colors are important because they help people to understand maps clearly. For example, blue line on a map usually represents a river, while a green area may show forest and vegetation. With these symbols, two people in different parts of the world can read and interpret the same map in the same way. This makes it easier to understand and use maps even if they are made in different countries. Some symbols are given in a table, such as railway station, roads, metalled, unmetalled, boundary, international, state, district, water features, river, well, tank, canal, bridge, religious structures, temple, church, mosque, chhatri, settlement, trees, grass. Some common color conventions are dark green for forest, light green for grasslands and plains, blue for oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, brown for mountains, hills, plateaus, yellow for deserts, black for cities, boundaries, railway line, etc. Sixth element is legend or key. A legend, also known as a key, is an essential part of any map. It explains the symbols and colors used on the map, helping us understand the information presented. Legends are commonly placed at the bottom of a map. To understand the importance of sketch and plan, we will read one story, The Adventure of the Secret Tree House. Once three best friends, Meera, Jay, and Lily, dreamed of building a secret tree house in Missouri. After finding the perfect Deonar tree in the woods, Meera sketched a simple outline on a piece of paper. Rough drawing showed the floor, walls, and roof, also a rope ladder climbing up, and a telescope for stargazing at night. The sketch was not to scale but provided a good idea of what they wanted to build. The friends admired Mira's amazing sketch, but they realized they needed more details to make it a reality. They measured branches to determine how long the wooden plank should be, decided how high the wall should be, and made a list of materials like wood and nails. Thus, with their sketch as a starting point and a detailed plan with measurements ready, the trio, with help from their parents, built the tree house over several weekends. Named Sky High, it became their special hideout. They learned that starting with a sketch and then creating a detailed plan was key to turning their dream into reality. We will learn now about sketch. A sketch is a rough drawn map to show the basic details of any place. Sketches are useful for quickly communicating ideas or giving a general sense of a location. They are often a first step in planning or explaining something. Unlike traditional maps, sketches are drawn without scale and do not use conventional symbols. As a result, they do not accurately present directions or distances. Plan. A large scale map provides us with detailed information, but some elements, such as the length and the width of a room, cannot be depicted on a map. Thus, plans are drawn to represent these elements. A plan is a detailed map or a diagram of a small area drawn on a large scale. A plan gives an idea of a place when viewed from above. Such drawings are used by architects and town planners. For example, an architect might create a plan of a house showing the exact measurements of each room, the placement of doors and windows, and even the location of furniture. This helps builders understand exactly how to construct the house. Difference between map, sketch, and plan. Features. Definition of map. A map is a drawing on a flat surface that uses specific signs and symbols to represent the earth either as a whole or in part at a specific scale. Sketch. A roughly drawn map to show the basic details of any place. Plan. A detailed map or a diagram of a small area drawn on a large scale. Scale. Drawn to scale. For sketch, not to scale. For plan, drawn to scale. Details shown. Map. Highly detailed with symbols, colors. Sketch. Minimal details. Plan. Specific details. Example rooms, furniture. Purpose. Navigational and geographical understanding for map. For sketch, brainstorming and visualization. For plan, architectural and design purposes. Measurements for map, accurate for distance measurements, for